Hello, everybody. I just wanted to go over a couple fun things and some announcements and some housekeeping with what's going to be coming down the pike in the next couple weeks. We put that Sean Bolt's Chris Valton video kind of randomly. Wasn't planning on doing that, but things happened and wanted to weigh in on it. So, but moving forward, I have about 4 interviews done that are already edited, uploaded, recorded, ready to go. I'm having some of the people who are in the interviews review them and make sure they're okay with them. But the talk about interviewing Bethel graduates is happening. So there's 2 things for this video. 1, I want to let you all know it's happening, but 2, if you yourself are a Bethel graduate, and if you're still a believer, if you're not a believer, if you've changed faiths, if you're an atheist now, whatever you're at now, I want to talk to you. That's the point of this this new series, and I kind of want to preface you guys with that. So the series coming out, we're calling it Back to Bethel, and I am talking to people that some of them still love Bethel and they still love the faith, and they would still call themselves Christians, and they had a great experience at Bethel. Others, not so much. Others actually, maybe they had a bad experience at Bethel, and their faith has changed entirely. Maybe they're part of the LGBTQ community now. Maybe they're practicing witch. Maybe they're atheists. But I want you guys to understand that the point of the videos are not to debate people. It's not to prove them wrong. The goal of the videos is to flesh out a discussion, to have a good faith dialogue. I'm anticipating that I'm going to get criticism right away because one could argue there was a great opportunity to share the gospel with them or to explain to them why they're wrong. Now, a couple of these people, a lot of them, agreed to talk to me on the agreement that we weren't going to do that. On the agreement that this is not going to be an opportunity for me to get a gotcha moment or say, see, you understood this wrong, but rather to help people see how someone's theology can change over time, help someone understand how someone could be at the pinnacle of charismatic experiences, at the height of conferences and worship experiences and prophetic movements, and then leave the faith entirely. Not to debate, not to argue over scripture, not to argue over doctrine, but to allow a space for them to talk us through that process. And some of them, you probably will heavily disagree theologically, and I do too. And I tell them I disagree with them in the videos. I'm like, hey, we disagree. But I allow them that space to talk about how they arrive there. And that's the goal of these videos, is to see how people can change their faith. What was the questions that really flesh out like this. What was your faith pre-Bethel, and how'd you come to Bethel? And what's your faith now? How has it changed, right? I think it's a really interesting premise. I've been loving the discussions. I've been learning a lot on how people change and how our faith is heavily affected by what leadership we sit under in a lot of ways, and the way people either carry doctrine over experience. It's been really interesting. So I'm looking forward to releasing them. Like I said, we have about 3 I think we have 3 recorded right now. I have 2 uploaded. Just waiting to kind of pull the trigger on release, so you can see that coming down the pike here soon. Last thing is we're gonna be doing a rebrand. We're gonna be changing the name from the Westwood Home to Faith Reframed. That's gonna be our new video. Our new channel name is Faith Reframed. Mainly because I'm finding that a lot of my discussions, a lot of my content is gonna be focused around reconstruction, deconstruction, and people leaving the faith, coming back to the faith. And I feel like that's one of the things I can speak best on as someone who went through a deconstruction process and eventually found my way back to the faith. I feel like it's a topic that I'm really familiar with, and there's just I think there's a lot of healthy discussions to be had around that, and I think there's a lot for us to learn in that process of what does good deconstruction look like. Believe it or not, I think there is such thing as a good deconstruction, and we'll flesh out more of that. So you'll see a bit of a rebrand coming up. Like I said, Faith Reframed is going to be the name of the channel once we get that done. Probably have my wonderful wife try to put together some sort of logo branding for me. And other than that, I'm just really excited for the things to come. Like I said, the videos that we're doing, the Back to Bethel series, they're pushing almost 2 hours long. So I'm debating on if I should do them as a part 1, part 2, if I should release them as a whole, what that looks like. I think I might just do the whole thing. That's what Joe Rogan does, right? He puts out a 4-hour video and people watch it, so why can't I just put out 3-hour video and expect everyone to watch it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it out, but I'm excited for him. And just thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around with the ebbs and flows of me and being so incredibly inconsistent. And just finding my stride on YouTube, man. It's crazy. It's a weird world to be a part of. Sometimes I feel obligated to speak up about things, and sometimes I feel like I have to say something, and other times it's like, wow, that has nothing to do with me. I shouldn't even worry about it. And it's just a constant push and pull of trying to navigate this medium of social media and content creation. And I want it to be beneficial. I want it to be helpful. I don't just want to be like even that last video I did, I felt like it was important for people to be aware of it and be aware of what happened with Chris and Sean. But it also kind of feels like I'm just doing like, I don't know, like hit pieces, and that's not what I want to do. That's not my goal is. But that also felt like a really important discussion to have, and it felt like it was really important for people to understand why it was bad. So I don't know. I'm juggling this. I'm learning. So input is appreciated, feedback's appreciated, and I hope all of you guys have a wonderful day. So thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of this channel. And like I said, if you're a Bethel student, I'll put my email below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear, if you want to have a discussion, if you are open for an interview, maybe you want to see the other interviews first before you think about it. Maybe you want to do a pre-interview call and just have a talk with me to see if you feel like you have something worth sharing. I'm up for that. So, all right, guys, be blessed. Have a great day, and thanks for your time.